Well, you see how the treasure, we're the treasure, we're the rainbow, because every rainbow has a treasure. And God sees us as that treasure. So when he sees us, he sees the rainbow coming right toward him. There's a treasure. And we don't see it, but it's at the end of that rainbow. And he's ready to just, you're the treasure. And he's ready to show us what a treasure we are to him. See, because a lot of times we don't have the love of a father on this earth. I didn't have the love of a father on this earth. I had a father, but I didn't have the love of a father. No relationship with him whatsoever. So when I became a Christian, oh, okay, all right. So when I was just trying to get it off, but so I did not have a father figure in my life. Never touched my father physically. And the only time he ever touched me was to throw me across the room or something, because he didn't understand. He didn't know any better. That was his. That was him. But I grew up and I said, Lord, before I wasn't a Christian then, but even then I said, I will not be like that man. I will not be like that man. I'm different. And I made a determination then. You know, there's a lot of things that I could have done in my life. When I come back from Vietnam and I went running around here and there, and I had opportunities to do this and do that. And God had his hand on my life, but I had no idea that it was God protecting me, taking care of me, and saying, no, don't go down that road. That's not a good road for you. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. And I was able to do that, and God turned it around. Later on, I was able to see that. But when I see people that say, well, I don't know how to relate to God, well, I can understand what they're saying. I didn't know how to relate to God either. You know, and it's a learning experience for all of us. But we all have a different perspective looking back, and we all have a different thing that we have to work through in our lives. And a lot of us, you can never, never, never blame the past. I don't look back at my dad. I forgave when I got saved, I forgave my dad. I forgave him for his ways. Some of my other brothers and sisters didn't get to do that. At his funeral, for example, at my dad's funeral, there were people that came up to my sisters and said, he was such a good man and so happy and all this stuff. And my sister looked at that person and said, you're talking about a different man. That's what she said to him. That's not my father. You're talking about someone else. Because none of us ever saw that. But outside in the world, it appeared that way. But, when I got saved, I forgave him because I was a Christian. And, so I hadn't planned on saying all that stuff, but the reason I said it was just to let us know that we are not a product of our past to be in bondage. But what was in our past is a stepping stone to take us where we have to go. Because God makes everything a stepping stone in our lives. I can step on that and I can move on. I can get past this. I'm not going to let this hold me down.